Hello everyone, welcome back. We are doing our MCQ series. We are now going to do MCQ in Chemistry Part 2. Let us get begin. We have the first question which says that an element of inorganic compound found in nature is known as mineral or both A and B, none of this. What is it called? An element of an inorganic compound found in nature is known as mineral. So we know the option number B as the correct answer. Let us move on to question number 2. Which one of the following is not true of metals? Metals are good conductor of electricity. This is correct. Metals are malleable and ductile. Metal form non-polar covalent compound. Metal will have 1 or 2 or 3 electrons in the valence shell. This is also correct. So this is a wrong option. So this is a incorrect. So this is a false. So this is the correct option. Let us move on to question number 3. Which O is a metalloid? Okay. Don't refer to this. We have carbon and tin, silicon and germanium, germanium and carbon, and tin and carbon. Which among the following is a metalloid? We know that silicon and germanium is a metalloid, are metalloids. So option number C. Let us move on to question number 4. Chemical process of extracting a metal from its ore is known as mineralogy, metallurgy, liquefaction, none of the above. It is known as metallurgy and the correct option is B. Let us move on to question number 5. A mineral from which the metal is extracted economically is known as matrix, gangue, ore or none of this. Option we know that it is called ore. So which is the correct option? Yes, C is the correct option. Let us move on to question number 6. An unwanted earthy material associated with tin ore as impurities is known as gangue, flux, fraud, or none of this. It is known as unwanted earthy material is known as gangue. So option number A. Okay, let us move on to next set of question number 7. The process of heating the ore strongly in excess of air so that the volatile impurities are removed and the ore is changed to oxide is known as calcination, roasting, froth flotation or leaching. The correct option is roasting and option number B is giving us the roasting as the answer. Let us move on to question number 8. Heating an ore in a limited supply of air or in absence of air at a temperature just below its melting point is known as smelting, ore dressing, calcination or bezomerization. Let me repeat the question. Heating an ore in a limited supply of air or in the absence of air at a temperature just below its melting point is known as what? Is it smelting, ore dressing, calcination or bezomerization? Answer is calcination and which is the C. Next, move on to question number 9. Smelting is carried out in blast furnace, muffle furnace, open heat furnace or electric furnace. We know that smelting is carried out in blast furnace. So option number A. Let us move on to question number 10. The common method of extracting, the salt which is least likely to be found in mineral is chloride, sulfate, sulfide, nitrate. The least commonly found mineral is nitrate. So option number D. Next we have question number 11. The commonest method of extracting metals from oxide ore involve reduction with carbon, reduction with aluminium, reduction with hydrogen or electrolytic method. It is the option number A, that is reduction with carbon. Let us move on to question number 12. Sulfide ore is generally concentrated by roasting, fruit flotation process, reduction by carbon or tempering. We know that fruit flotation process is being used for concentration of sulfide ore. That is the option number B. Let us move on to question number 13. The main ore used in extraction of iron is hematite, calamine, bauxite, chirolite. Hematite is another name for ore of iron. So option number A. Next one, question number 14. The process used to convert impure alumina to pure alumina is roasting, electrolytic refining, purification or Bayer process. The process used to convert impure alumina to pure alumina is known as Bayer's process. So it is the option number D. Okay, let us move on to next set of questions. We have the question number 15. Aluminium powder is used in thermite welding because it is a strong reducing agent, strong oxidizing agent, it is a corrosive resistant, it is a good conductor of heat. For the formation of in the thermite welding, aluminium in presence of ferric oxide Fe2O3 is used. Now ferric oxide is being reduced with the help of aluminium. So aluminium help in reduction of this ferric oxide. Therefore, it is a strong reducing agent. So, which among the giving us the correct answer? Yes, option number A. It is a strong reducing agent. Let us move on to question number